So very good early morning to you. So we're out early this morning doing the final ride on this one. It's a Lexmoto Viper 125 EFI in green. What a lovely little bike this one is. Absolutely gorgeous piece of equipment, as are all the Lexmoto bikes. So this one, all in green. It's got that high mudguard at the front, and from the front it would look something like either a Transformer or a Decepticon. So very nice looking bike. And we're going to pull it hard in on that front brake just to check the front brake in, and very effective on that. Just going down through the box. And we're going to change the circuit up today, so a quick jaunt down the dual carriageway to start, down round town, urban mileage on this one, and crank some miles up in a slightly different route. Now these little Vipers, obviously the sister bike to this is the Venom. And the difference between the Viper and the Venom being that the Venom has the crash bars that go round the front of the engine with the crash bungs on it. The Viper has a half fairing to the front, and that half fairing does deflect quite a lot of wind off of the knees. So ideal little bike on this one. The clock on it very easy to read down there. So you've got rev counter that runs across the top of the digital display. Just to the bottom left of that you have the fuel tank, and then a time on it as well. And then you've got your gear indicator bottom right hand side, and then your mileage is just above it, and that nice big speedo on there telling you exactly what you need to know. So 30 mile an hour, roughly around about the 7 o'clock position. 8 o'clock is your 40, and then if you're working your way up, about 9:30 is 50, 10 o'clock 60, 11 o'clock 70 if you can get there. But very easy to look down. 8 o'clock, 30 mile an hour, I'm in urban. 8 o'clock, job done. Mirrors on this, these are the new styled Viper mirrors, and these mirrors slightly pointy at the end now, so it gives you a little bit of extra look over the shoulder to look at the traffic behind you, and they do a very good job. Adequate enough for obviously checking, but as I say, make sure that you're shoulder checking and doing your observations all the time. Obviously this one, dual brake system again. Front brake is front brake, and the back brake is a combination of the back brake and the front brake combined braking, as they call it. It's not ABS. A lot of people said, do these little 125s have ABS? No is the answer. It's combined braking. Obviously some of the bigger bikes, the newer ones, have got the ABS on them. Actual handlebar position is very comfortable. So upright, levers I've just checked are exactly the same height as we do with all bikes on ride test. Check everything over, make sure everything works. LED indicators all round on this, nice LED stoplight, and that bulbed front headlight. Now this one does have obviously the half mudguard to the rear, a bit of mudguard to the front, and then you've got that little tiny semi-enduro mudguard just at the top, and it just sets it off. The aesthetics of this are really nice. Nice big tank, and obviously with the Venom and Viper you get that Bluetooth and radio built into the top of the tank. Speakers on this are quite loud, obviously why you would want to be playing music while you're riding, but each to their own. It's a quirky little feature of these Venoms and Vipers. And if you've seen my previous vlog that I did on the Venom, I actually told you how to program that up. So pop across, if you don't know how, if you've got one of these, you don't know how to program up the radio, just pop across. Very simple. It's just a 4-button menu. Very first button on the left is the on and off. Next one in is your what's called your AMS. So that will search your radio channels out, or you can flick it across the Bluetooth. And then button 3 and button 4 is either track advance or volume up and down, depending on whether you just push it once or whether you press and hold. So we're into town, putting it around a few corners. Now this is on brand new rubber. Now I have scrubbed these in just a little bit before we started this video, and it does the job very, very well. Corners nicely, goes where I want to point it, and the peg position on this, I'd say it's about an inch back, so very, very nice leg position. Knees are tucked nicely in under that big tank, and the seat on this does cant you slightly forward into the tank, but it's a very, very upright position on this. But it is a very, very comfortable bike. So as I say, we're just doing a quick ride test on this one. We're just going to clock up a few miles for the customer. But overall, these little Venoms and Vipers, I absolutely love them. Functions are all very, very easy to get hold of. So you've got start button just below on the right hand controls. Above that you've got the kill switch and obviously your throttle. Left hand controls, starting from the bottom, you've got the indicators. In the middle, the horn to the very bottom. Main beam and dip beam are just above that. And then just to the back of the left controls is a pass light, or headlamp flash as some call it. Just pushing it into that roundabout and you can just see how well it grips the road for a little 125. And that illuminated speedo, especially with a bit of sun coming into my face, I can still see that nicely illuminated speedo there. So very well backlit on this, as you can see if you're looking down, whether this camera picks it up or not, but that speedo is very nicely backlit. Pulls through the box very, very nice, and goes down very, very nicely as well. Obviously I do like to rev match changing down, but even without rev matching it just goes through that box so sweet. Pegs on this do grip your feet very well. So you've got the metal pegs on this one, and they do grip the bottom of your soles. So just switching up the route a little bit for today. A few more roundabouts to put in. I'm going to aim to get about 15 to 20 miles on this. Just coming in on that back brake this time, and just going down through the box manually without any rev matching, and that pulls nicely. Just flicking it about through these roundabouts, up into fourth gear now, so fourth gear corner, just flicking it through, and that handles superbly. So we did do quite a bit of editing last night, sat up till silly o'clock putting out videos for you guys, and I think we put up the black LXR, we put up the Echo as well. So just so you get an idea, but there is obviously loads and loads of videos out there on these bikes, but obviously for the purpose of each customer, they like to see their bike being ridden, hence the amount of videos that we're doing, and most of them are all the same bike, but these are for the purposes of customers to see that their bike is being ridden, what it runs like, what it rides like, before they come and collect the machine. So sitting at a nice steady 40 mile an hour, obviously for the purposes of ride testing, as we said before. Now a lot of people have actually said these bikes are all previously run in. They are to a point, but Lexmoto, and it is stated by Lexmoto, the first 1500 kilometers of any motorcycle is running in. So it is up to you to take your time, run the bike in adequately. Now we have on our paperwork, and I've said this so many times it's going to sound boring to those that have already listened to it numerous times, 40 mile an hour for the first 500 kilometers, which is 311 miles. Once you get your first service out of the way, and believe me, when we get a bike in for a first service, the metal and the swarf that comes out of the bottom of that engine, we can tell if a bike's been sat at 40 or if we can tell it's been absolutely ragged by just the amount of metal that comes out the engine. and then get your first service out of the way. You then do 50 mile an hour, and that is up to 932 miles, 1500k. Second service, guys, get it in, get it serviced, and then you are good to go. But obviously we would say, don't rag it after that. It's, you know, it's your bike, respect it, treat it nicely, treat it with some care, and you can crack up that mileage. But adequately, these things, you know, we would say sit around about 60. Don't try and push it too hard, and they'll look after you, you know. Now, I did have a phone call yesterday. Wasn't one of our bikes. This guy had purchased the bike from up north, obviously at a distance, and he lives in Milton Keynes. And he was saying, he said, I own a Venom. Good choice of bike. I've got a little problem. I've got like this oil can that's popped up on the screen. Right. Have you had a service yet? No, I've only just done about 160 miles. Okay. Doesn't sound right. Have you contacted the dealer to let him know that you've got an issue and you need to get it back in? Well, I can't because he's up north. What I'd suggest you do then, get it into either us or the nearest Lexmoto dealer that is nearest to your home, and obviously under warranty get it inspected. Have you followed your running in procedure? What's that? And I said, well, you did get paperwork with the bike. Well, no, I just signed for the bike, I picked it up, and that was it. And I said to him, okay. I said, so you've not had a running in procedure. What speed have you been doing on the bike? Well, flat out, absolutely flat out. And what speed's that? Around about 60, 65. And you did that straight from zero. Well, yeah, he told me I could just go. No, wrong answer. So please make sure, guys, that you follow the dealer instructions. You know, if the dealer's obviously told you that, he should have given you some paperwork. You should have at least about 9 or 10 sheets of Lexmoto paperwork, a link to my Lexmoto where you can go in and look at the history of your bike, get all your paperwork, get all your online manuals, get all the bits and pieces. That's what the Lexmoto website is there for, guys. But obviously this customer, he went, no, I didn't get any paperwork, and I just went straight up to 60. Sounds like you've got a problem with your engine then. You should be running that in at 40 mile an hour for the first 500k, and then obviously first service, do your second service 50, blah blah blah, and do all that. Oh, well, I wasn't told any of that. So how long did it take you to actually pick the bike up? Because we do about a 30 to 45 minute handover, and we take you around the entire bike, show you all the functions. Even those that have ridden for years say to me, why are you showing me the indicators? You know, why are you showing me where the horn button is? I know where they are. Yes, but for your benefit and for ours, I do show you around the entire bike. I will show you how the indicators work. I don't care if you're been biking for 15, 20 years. This is the indicator. Look and check both bulbs are working. Look at the function. Does the controls work? Yes. You know that your bike is absolutely perfect when it goes out. So obviously I've sent him back to the main dealer, but if you are buying a new bike, and it's a big listen, guys, if you're buying a bike, speak to the dealer. Ask him how long he's been doing those bikes, what paperwork you get, what service schedules you get. Is there anything that I need to know about the bike before I take it out? If that dealer doesn't know diddly squat, go to another dealer. You know, that 99.9% of the time, most of the Lexmoto dealers out there are tip-top, and they will talk you through the bike. They're at the end of a phone, which is what we are. You know, we do the Facebook page, we're at the end of a phone. Any customer that's got a question, even the most stupid thing, how do I unlock my seat on an LXR? Keys under the rim. I'd go, oh, I've been looking around the side for ages. So, you know, even the little silly questions, you know, we all have to begin somewhere, guys. But even questions, any question at all, pick the phone up, give your dealer a call. I'm stuck, mate. Is it possible I could get some advice? Them guys are there to help you. You know, we want to get you out on the road. We want you to be happy bikers. If a dealer's not willing to do that, guys, alarm bells should be going off in your head thinking, is this guy out just to sell bikes and make a buck out of me? So obviously we do get those certain calls every now and then, but that is what the guys at Eclipse are there for. And hence why we do all these ride tests. You know, we don't have to do this, we could just bang some mileage on it, leave it on the front yard, customer comes in, there's your bike mate, there's your keys, on your way, thank you very much. We tend to go a little bit over and above, because at the end of the day, customer satisfaction is what it's all about, and the Lexmoto brand is what we're happy to promote on this. So not so much of a rant, it's more of a be careful guys, you know. Everybody's there to help, even the big bikers. You know, if you go to a bike meet on your little 125, you're thinking, oh god, you know, oh, I've got L plates on, they're all going to be laughing. No, at the end of the day, it's two wheels. You're out there enjoying it, you are a biker. It doesn't matter whether you've been riding 3 months or whether you've been riding 30 years. At the end of the day, we're all bikers and we're all there to help each other. Hence why we, if you're out on a bike, you'll see the bikers nodding to you. They're just acknowledging, hello mate, you're a fellow biker, it's good to see you. So we're just coming in on the back brake again, just check the braking out and just pushing through that gearbox, nice and easy, and it pulls down very, very well. So that was a couple of things that was just annoying the hell out of me, that we'd had at a couple of phone calls on, and things like that do sort of infuriate me at times, because obviously I tend to be very, very fussy and picky about customers, their bikes, and obviously doing handovers and care and attention. You know, what other dealer would obviously put a coat of ACF 50 on your bike? I do. And it's not the fact that salt and corrosion rots your bike quickly, it's the fact that I take a lot of pride in what I do, and obviously with my bike channel it does reflect on it. So currently 9 miles in, at halfway there. And this little venomous Viper is doing its job. So more of an urban route today, just puddling around. And the best bit is most of these roads are 30 and 40, so I can crack my test mileage in, and I don't get anybody going, oh, dual carriageway again. No, sorry guys, I've changed the route up for you, just a little bit. So on the last bit of urban mileage now, 15 miles in, this little Viper's running so sweet, as we just take in the Dons Stadium. We're just working our way back to the garage now, and this has done everything I've wanted to do this morning. You know, if I was doing a 15-20 mile ride to work, very, very comfortable, backside's not aching yet. And I've got no wrist ache either, or leg ache, so ideal little bike. So it was just a quick ride test this morning, obviously just to tell you about this one for the customer, and obviously update him and tell you guys a few things that have been going on about the garage and Lexmoto products. So if you are thinking of getting a Lexmoto, obviously we are selling bikes like hotcakes at the moment. I think with the social distancing, everybody wants a bike, everybody wants a bicycle as well. Best thing to do, obviously, if you do want to view any of our bikes, 01908 643 603. Give the guys at Eclipse Motorcycles a call. eclipsemotorcyclesmk.co.uk is the webpage, due to finish that off, but probably the best place to go is the social media, Facebook. Eclipse Motorcycles, look for the 2 scooters in the logo, 2 Royal Alloys. I'm going to get that page changed soon. I'm going to put the right up there on that page. And then obviously all my stuff, RB, Rev Bomb, revbomb.co.uk, go to the website. Social media links are in there, and you can find everything. So until the next time guys, so it's been the Lexmoto Viper. Absolutely enjoyed this. Be well, stay safe, ride good, and until the next time, take care and goodbye.